Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to what could be a changing point in my makeup collecting life. We are going to tackle single eyeshadows. Now here you see a little bit what we're working with. These are the piles of eyeshadows that I need to tackle, and these are like a few high. So this is going to be really hard. What I want to do is swatch doubles and decide which formula I prefer and whether I want to keep it for collectors reasons or not. So that is a little bit the idea today. There are some things that are, for example, my Makeup Geek collection that are really hard to declutter. My Colourpop collection is very big and there's actually some absolute fails in here that I think I can part with, because collecting Colourpop eyeshadows is almost impossible since they discontinue and bring back a lot of products. So I think I'm gonna just go through a few of these and swatch them, compare them and things like that. First thing that I have to do, I think, is open up all the palettes and have a good overview. So I'm gonna start with that. Okay, so what I've done is open up most of the palettes that I use. I can pan out a little bit more so you can see how the situation is. These are products that, for example, I might not be decluttering at all. The ones that are open, I have my Nabla collection in these palettes right here, my Inglot, my Sugar Pill there. These are self-made Lethal Cosmetics 1, 2, and 3 palettes with these extras, Makeup Geek. And these are probably things that I will not be decluttering much from, but because I know these formulas work for me. But as we go through it, and I have another pile here of things to go through, we might change our minds. I might change my mind. You guys aren't. Okay. Let me start with this little palette here. These are Nabla eyeshadows that I didn't like when I used them. So there are, what, 8 of them, and I don't like them. I wanted to keep them for reference. However, I think that at this point they should go because I don't use them, I don't like them, the formulas are not good, and I have a lot of other things in these shades right here that I can enjoy more out of, and I feel like this is now taking up just space in my collection. I'm gonna fetch a palette where I can put these in that are gonna be my declutters. Here it is. So I'm gonna put these right here as my first decluttered eyeshadows. I am a bit sad because Nabla, as you can see, I have a lot of eyeshadows from them, but I don't enjoy these at all. So I have one free palette. Yay. Now moving on, here I have a pile of Davina Cosmetics eyeshadows. I barely use these and I had quite some issues using these, I remember, in the past. Since then, my collection has changed, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of colorful eyeshadows that I really enjoy. So I want to swatch these, compare them to other eyeshadows, and then decide what to do. I realize you guys don't really see much. Maybe I will zoom you in. I hope this is better so you at least see the eyeshadows that I'm talking about now. First things first, this green, it actually reminds me a lot of a green in the Colored Rain palette that I have. So I'm gonna check how these compare. And I see other greens that I have. So this is Lemon Drop. Oh, these are gonna be interesting to swatch. This is a much cooler toned, lighter green. I think this can go. I haven't used it in a very long time. This is the shade Viridian. Next up is this mint green shade called Envy. I do know I have something similar from Makeup Geek, I think. Not this one. Actually, it was from Colourpop. This is the shade Checkmate. And the Davina one is a little bit darker. And let's see compared to my Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows. This swatches really well. Let's compare it to Checkmate instead. Yeah, which is really difficult too. And how about comparing it to... Okay, it doesn't look like I have anything in this shade, so I'm gonna keep it here as a maybe. The next one up, I'll do this Vixen Pinky Lavender shade, compare it with Cute in the Colored Rain palette, and this eyeshadow right here from Lethal Cosmetics. Yeah, it's actually very, very similar to the one in the palette. And I'm keeping the palette, so I'm gonna get rid of the Davina single. This is gonna be a lot of cleaning. Then this beautiful duochrome called Shack. It's a purple lilac with a blue, light blue duochrome. I hope you can see this. It reminds me of this one here from Lethal Cosmetics, which is more pink, definitely more pink. How about this Nabla one, which is more purple and less duochrome. This is a really, really beautiful shade. So I really want to see if I have a dupe, because otherwise I will keep it because it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't use it very often, but I should. This is Makeup Geek. Similar, but it has a different base. And this is from Colourpop, which is terrible actually. Applied like this. It's the shade Cakewalk. From these swatches I will actually declutter Cakewalk, which is this one here, because it doesn't really apply very well. And it is very similar to this Makeup Geek one I have. And these two are similar, but I think there's a place for this. So I'm gonna keep this in my collection. And this blue here is in the shade Navel. It's a little bit of a muted dark blue, but it's very chalky. I remember having a hard time blending this out. And I'm looking if I find here something similar by Makeup Geek, for example. Oh, this is much more teal. My doorbell rang, so I'm gonna come back to this shade here, Navel. This is a dark blue, but I can see already from the swatches that it's quite chalky and I have a hard time applying it. Whereas, like, I know that Blue Velvet, for example, I like more, and it's much more deep and dark, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. The next shade is Jaded, which I bought to dupe the Subculture palette, and I had such a hard time with getting this to adhere and last on my eyes. And now I think I have much nicer options in these Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadows, for example. So I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Also not a favorite. We are getting to more of the neutrals, and the shimmers are very, very pretty of Lethal Cosmetics. This shade here is Blazed, and this is a red warm toned shimmer that is absolutely gorgeous, and it's a dupe for one of the Kat Von D shades that she had in a collaboration palette with Too Faced. I love it, it's definitely staying. This shade here is a duochrome called Fierce, and it is a darker brown with a warmer copper shift. It's also very pretty, but not so unique. I have to see if I have something similar. For example, Steampunk by Makeup Geek, but not. It's actually much more cool toned. Do I have any other cool or warm eyeshadows that like this? Maybe from Nabla. Here there are two. Which are actually very similar, especially the first one here, which is the shade Ludwig, is similar but less impressive actually. So I'm actually gonna declutter Ludwig. the other one is the shade On the Road, and it's a little bit more pinky, a little bit different. So I'm gonna keep that for now. This video is gonna last forever, just so you know. The next one is also brown. It's called Voodoo, and this is a darker, cooler toned shade. And this is very, very similar to Steampunk, so I'm actually gonna declutter it because I love Steampunk by Makeup Geek. The formula is fantastic. So I'm gonna keep that one instead. And then these mattes. I have a ton of brown mattes, so this is gonna be a little bit hard, but let me swatch them. This is Nemesis, a darker, this is beautiful. This is the shade Elithia, a lighter pinky tone red. You see what the problem I find is that they don't stick very well to the eye, and even though when you apply them to the eye they look okay, then they don't last. And that is the problem I've had with Davina Cosmetics eyeshadows in general. These four I probably have dupes for, but I want to first try them to see the behavior. So I'm gonna keep these out in a maybe pile, and maybe I should put a maybe palette. This one will be my maybe palette. Oh, it's full of blushes. Okay, this cannot be my maybe palette. I'm gonna put them in here for now, I'm gonna just keep them in here for now and know that these are yeses and these are maybes. And we're gonna move on because that was just the first one. Next up is this Frankenstein palette, and this one here contains my Anastasia Beverly Hills, some pressed eyeshadows from Tammy Tanuka, these ones. These are my Colored Rain eyeshadows. These are my MAC eyeshadows, Mulak, and this is my only Cliona Cosmetics. So I'm gonna swatch these, see what I wanna keep, see what I wanna let go of. Okay, I think I actually went quite quickly with those, some MAC ones, the Mulak ones, and that went quite quickly. Now I'm stuck a little bit with my Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have 12 of them, and I had kind of already divided them a little bit, as you can see. I know I want to keep these, and these are questionable, so I'm gonna put these in the maybe, and I'm gonna switch out these eyeshadows that I know are gonna stay into this palette, and then keep this one here for now for the maybes. I just scratched something. Like so. And this one is looks already much better, so this one is done. I am of course starting with the easier ones because it's gonna be much harder to declutter other things in the end. This is my Iridescent, as you can see they all look white, but this is my Iridescent palette, and these are Davina Cosmetics 1, 2, and 3, and 4, these 4 highlighters, and then these are pressed by me. These are the highlights by TKB Trading, and then down here this was also the Planet collection. They are so beautiful and unique that I don't think I will throw anything out. Maybe these two are things that I patched together. Oh, this one is not very well pressed. And I made something myself, but I'm not sure if they worked out well. Look at this, they actually show so pretty. This one is, oh, this is an elf pigment called Angel, actually. And this one here is a Kiko pigment. These are different things. I will get rid of these. I'll try to give the elf one a little bit of a press to see if someone else wants it. And the Kiko one is still good. So I'm gonna pass those along. But these I'm all gonna keep because they are beautiful and unique to my collection. I have nothing like them. I might want to transition them to a smaller palette, but I don't think they will fit. So for now, this one is safe. Another mix palette here. there's a lot of different things in here, and actually quite some nice eyeshadows, as well as some not so nice eyeshadows pressed by me, like these ones, these pressed glitters, and some other. I already did a declutter of this last time, and since then I haven't used them, so I'm either gonna have to move them somewhere else or declutter some more. So let me go through them a little bit. These top ones are from a Blink palette that I received in a BoxyCharm, and the pigmentation is fantastic. It's incredible. This Cocoa blend from Zoeva, this is a palette I had depotted. I think it can go, it's not that special. Yeah, and this was the 5th one. This quality of these is amazing. And this one reminds me a lot of a Nabla eyeshadow, Grenadine I think, that has a similar tone, but it's not as good, so I'm actually going to declutter that one as well. Some of these remind me of other Nabla shadows that I have back here. This is Tribeca, which is very similar to Bedroom Eyes by NYX that I put here. It looks like the shift is a little bit different, with Tribeca being a little bit more pink and Bedroom Eyes by NYX being a little bit warmer. I don't think I need both, and I need to try which one performs better. And I need a bigger maybe palette. Here we come to the sore point, which are my shimmery yellows. It's a different effect. This one here is from Heian, a Polish brand, and it's number 825. It's a different effect, but I think the others perform so much better that this can go. This is the NYX Siren something. I remember depotting this, and it's so beautiful. It's the first swatch, and then I compare it to, this is a Lethal Cosmetics eyeshadow, and this is in the Smoke Sessions palette. They are all very similar, but this NYX one is just so shiny and wet looking. I think I'm gonna keep it. It's a little bit more mint than the others. These that I'm tackling right now are my Neve Cosmetics pressed pigments. I have done a few videos on pressing pigments, and they are these ones right here. These are both shimmers and glitters that I pressed. I already decluttered two. This is Oro Lila, Lilac Gold, and this is C something. I couldn't see the name anymore, but yeah, they're just not colors that I use. Whereas this one, for example, is gorgeous. It's called Versailles, and it's like pure light. It is so beautiful. I definitely need to use this more. This one is Compilation, I believe. I have to rewrite the names because I'm losing them. And it's also so stunning. The pressing here didn't go fantastically, it looks like, after a while. So I would still use a glitter glue. But they are so beautiful. So definitely not decluttering those. This one here is an Essence pigment that I pressed a long time ago, when I had my blog, and it's a beautiful, very dark gray shimmer. And I don't have anything like this, I think. I'm gonna check first. No, really doesn't seem like I do, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Here we have another Neve Cosmetics. This is Dragon. That is a very dark green. Would look beautiful on a smoky eye. Oh, it even has, yeah, it's like a duochrome from green. It goes to purple, even multi-chrome, I would say. My camera stopped recording, so I don't know at what point, but we're having progress here on my Neve Cosmetics pressed pigments. This one here is Coral Reef. Nice purple, it looks like. Very unique. Let me see if I have anything similar. Like, how is this one compared to that one? Oh, much more red. I think I'm gonna keep it. I don't have anything like it. And this one here is Camaleonte, which is a blue-brown type of shade. Beautiful. I just saved blue-brown in the other palette. Where is it? This is the actual pigment that was pressed by me, by MAC. So I probably don't need both, but they're both so beautiful. Oh, they're exactly the same. Oh, how can I give up any of these? They're so beautiful. It's as if Camaleonte is a little bit less blue. And I know also I have one from Makeup Geek, Insomnia, that is also a dupe. There we go, all three of them. Oh goodness, how does one give one away? I think I'm gonna, yeah, declutter this Neve one, and yeah, they're just exactly the same thing. And already having two of them is enough confusion, let's say. This one here is Liquid Mirror, which is also one of my favorite Neve Cosmetics eyeshadows or pigments that I pressed. This is literally a liquid metal. And these three instead are pressed glitters, which I'm not super happy, like super convinced that it worked very well. You can see that I just pressed it like a normal eyeshadow, but they are really beautiful and they all have different shifts, as you can see. There's a more pinky one, a more golden one, and this one which is a little bit more blue. They are called, I don't know. They're absolutely beautiful. I'm definitely keeping them. I will move them to my other palette with all the iridescent shades. It's yet a different texture, I guess. Now I only have a few mattes to go through still, and it's these ones right here. I think they are from Heian. This is a Zoeva, this is Zoeva, this is from Heian, and this is from Morphe. So this reminds me a lot of eyeshadows I have, so this one can go. This dark brown one I think I have dupes of all over the place, and this green one now I have lots of greens, so I think this can go as well. This magenta, I kept it because it's literally the only one I have in this color, but it's not a great eyeshadow in general. I'm taking out again my Colored Rain palette because I think this one here, Bossed Up, is very similar, and if not even better, so this one can also go. And this darker plum here, I think I can dupe with something from Lethal Cosmetics, maybe. It's still a little bit light, maybe Shitty Shape by Nabla, yeah, definitely. So this one can also go. Well, this definitely ended up being a fruitful declutter. I'm gonna combine them all in one place, these ones and these ones, and I might need to shuffle things around because they won't all fit in here. And I can now move my maybes into this bigger one because I think there's gonna be more of them. This is just a palette that I'm gonna have to use and cycle into my Shop My Stash. I have two small ColourPop palettes. In this one here I have their pressed glitters, which I love and I'm keeping for sure, and the two other eyeshadows which I will take out to take a look. This one here is Baby Lights, which is a shimmer, also from Colourpop. Very cute. And then this one here is a matte, which is called Conjure Up, which I think nowadays I don't even need anymore because it's, I don't know, it's a green that I feel I have elsewhere. But the formula I remember was nice, so I'll keep Conjure Up. It's very, very close to Eden by Lethal Cosmetics though. And in here I have my pressed shimmers by Tammy Tanuka, and these are very beautiful. I always question my choices regarding the orders that I make, but they're definitely very beautiful shades, and I don't think I'm gonna get rid of any. These also should go in here, but they don't fit, so I'm gonna see if I can find a different palette for these. So beautiful. Okay, this fits, so that's already a positive. And here I have my Neve Cosmetics eyeshadows. I don't use them a lot, but they're very beautiful, and I had already gone through a bit of a declutter with them. And maybe I should check if something like this, I think this is called Fenice. Yes. If I already have a lot of similar shades in other palettes or in other formulas. This is not the same. No, it actually looks like it's definitely holds its ground. So I'm not gonna mess with these. I'm just gonna keep them as is. I'm a bit sad that I have so much space wasted in this palette, but we will see. We have yet to tackle my Colourpop Cosmetics collection. However, I think we have done enough for today. This is going to be the end of this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. You will find all of these shadows that I decluttered on my Instagram and my blog sale. If you're interested, just shoot me a DM. Let me know which ones spike your interest and which ones you'd like to get from me. Some of them I'll really just pretty much give away almost for just cost of shipping, but yeah, let me know and we can make a good bundle. And you can stay tuned and subscribe to see a Colourpop declutter, because I have 5 of these full of eyeshadows that I want to pare down a little bit. And yeah, I think this is okay for now. I decluttered 1 full palette of eyeshadows and I am tired. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!